It gives me a great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to this highly pertinent meeting of the G7 Technical Committee. As the Technical Committee members of G7 states, we converge today with a shared sense of duty and collective resolve to safeguard the life and property of our people. Permit me to recall that the G7, which held its inaugural summit on 38 October 2007 under the then Honorable Minister FCT, Honorable Aliu Modibo Umar, was conceived as a security forum built on collaboration and partnership with the vision of tackling crime and criminality in all their manifestations within states contiguous to the Federal Capital Territory. The noble vision remains as relevant today as it was at the inception. The agenda before us, cross-border crime and sundry nuances, is both timely and compelling. The challenges we face, kidnapping, banditry, human and drug trafficking, caste snatching, religious extremism, and the increasing influence of destitute from region to region transcend boundaries and demand joint coordinated responses. Collective vigilance, intelligence sharing, and harmonized strategies that deny criminal sanctuary and dismantle their network. Only recently, operative of Nasarawa Police Command Act intercepted a group of kidnappers who, fortunately for security operatives, were involved in an accident after collecting ransom from their victim. And the member of the kidnapping syndicate, Masood Abdullahi, was handed over to FCT command, which led to the arrest of another, Muhammad Tahir, the gang leader of the syndicate that infiltrated FCT from Nasarawa and Plateau states, respectively. They forcibly broke into a residence in Karu, Abuja, and whisked away a resident, who was later rescued. A total cash sum of 7.4 million naira, being part of this ransom collected from the victim, was recovered. This singular case underscores the reality that cross-border crimes cannot be fought in isolation, but through sustained intelligence sharing and regional cooperation, which the G7 embodies. The present Honorable Minister, FCT, Chief Dr. Barrister WIKE, CON, has demanded that our task be clear to strengthen regional cooperation, deepen interagency synergy, and the 4 practical solutions that restore confidence in our ability to secure our communities. This meeting, therefore, should not just be an administrative engagement, rather a reaffirmation of our shared vision, resilience, and determination. I'm confident that with the experience gathered in this room, our deliberation of today will produce actionable recommendations that will further strengthen G7 as a formidable security framework, because alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much, says L.M. Keller. Before concluding this welcome address, let me once again formally appreciate the robust support and visionary leadership of the Honorable Minister, FCT, His Excellency, Chief Dr. Barrister WIKE, CON, for once again oxygenating the G7 Technical Committee for this 2025 summit. Our mandate today, as always, is to review the mileage and examine what kinetic and non-kinetic approaches need rejigging or sustainability, with a view to enhancing overall security in all the countries.
This meeting couldn't have come at a better time than this, that there is increasing security challenges in the FCT and other contiguous states. I want to sincerely appreciate the Honorable Minister for this laudable initiative to bring the agencies that are responsible for maintaining security in the FCT together. And I wish to state that this should be a continuous avenue for meeting together, comparing notes, and then strategizing on how to fight security within and around the FCT. Security, like the MC said, is everybody's responsibility. When we come together, we bring our ideas together and then we fashion out ways to deal with it holistically. On this note, I wish to welcome you all and then state that we'll deliberate and then gather our initiatives and our thoughts together for a successful conference. Thank you, and thank you all.
Security within the Federal Capital Territory is something that is desirable, and if it is achieved, it is cascade down to the contiguous states surrounding Abuja. Earlier, sometime last month, at the meeting convened by the state coordinator of the SDS, I had earlier made a remark that if we achieve security in Abuja, all the surrounding states will also experience that security relief. It is therefore noteworthy and heartwarming that this gathering is taking place today. The activities of G7 going forward herewith is expected to bring succor to Abuja and the surrounding states. I want to appreciate everybody that has taken pains to travel down for this meeting, and I wish that all the deliberations during this meeting will be aimed at achieving a lasting solution to bring succor and end the issues of banditry, kidnapping, and cross-border crimes within Abuja and environs. At this juncture, please permit me to just appreciate the Minister for all he has been doing to support the security agencies, and also to wish all of us a successful deliberation as we go ahead. Thank you.
Indeed, an honor for me to be in your presence this morning for this auspicious gathering. At a point in our nation where security has a lot of impact on the economic growth and development, the gathering of eggheads in this hall today would definitely go a long way to make positive impact in the security of the FCT and indeed its environs. And so the gathering of the G7 Commissioners of Police and other security agencies here today will go a long way to impact positively on the security of the FCT. Many of us here are witnesses to what the situation was in early 2003 throughout almost that year. It was very difficult for us, but when other states, Kogi State, Niger, Kaduna, and Nasarawa, came up with a lot of efforts, and then that was able to complement what we were doing in the FCT. the result is what we are witnessing today. And so, it will be very dangerous for us to rest on our oars because it is not Uhuru yet. So the gathering we have here today will help us to deliberate on issues that impact directly on security of lives and property in the FCT. And so on behalf of the Commissioner of Police FCT, I want to welcome all of us here today and urge us to please contribute meaningfully so that whatever we're able to come up with at the end of this gathering will also contribute to how far we're able to go in achieving our end state, which is to ensure that every man and woman residing in the FCT and indeed other contiguous states are able to go to bed with their two eyes closed. So once again, I welcome us all and I wish us a beautiful deliberation. Thank you.
As a goodwill, I am pleased in wishing you well at this timely meeting of G7 states contiguous with the FCT on security, to recognize along with you that security as a mandate goes beyond perimeter fencing, expanding to human security, which is concerned with the totality of the safety of the citizen individual and the citizen collective. It is in this regard, together here, we can and must talk about and establish food security, health security, education security, gender security, and all emphatic reference of security parity. At the Women Affairs Secretariat FCTA, we are particularly interested in the security of women and children, and this is evident in our flagship pioneer hosting maiden conference themed Gender and Human Security, with a focus on women in the FCT, which we held last year between the 2nd and 3rd of September 2024 at the distinguished National Defense College, Abuja. And I am glad to note the Director Security of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, Adamu Buba, made an outstanding presentation at our conference, as well as his presence throughout its duration. In particular, we commend our Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Barrister Dr. Nyesom WIKE, for making the security of every resident of the FCT his priority, but for women in particular. This is exemplified by the WIKE Initiative for National Development, which has entailed that bus terminal stands where women as citizens of the FCT stand, and for a history had become the highest demographic of one-chance victims in north-central Nigeria, today having new reference and framework of protection and safety, not just to women, children, persons with disabilities, and other vulnerable groups while commuting. Each terminal integrates a variety of public-centered services which ensure their safety and security. Some of the facilities have cinema halls, mini-marts. It's the first of its kind in Nigeria in the Federal Capital Territory. Later at this gathering, we as participants would hope to have more of opportunity to delve into the synergistic relationship that gender, especially the female gender, women and human security, have in correlation to defining your course within G7. In conclusion, I stand here today by privilege as the Mandate Secretary for Women Affairs. I also stand here today by privilege as a military seed, daughter of the late Admiral Olufemi Olumide and the designer of NNS Aradu, so I am Aradu daughter, 40 years strong, and I represent that distinction. What I also represent, Navy Onward Together, is the fact that we express not just the power of moving onward and forward together, but we also distinguish the place of pushing that which is a true continuity and force. It was the Nigerian Navy that gave Africa and Nigeria the very first female admiral in the world from Africa, Admiral Itunu Otonu. Nigerian Navy, onward together, G7, keep the force alive. Thank you very much.
I therefore charge the members of the technical committee of the G7 state to put on thinking cap, come up with most adaptable strategies in combating crossing order, crime and criminality, and deploy same for the safety and the security of the seat of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the states contiguous to the FCT. It is worthy of noting here that the collaboration between the FCT administration and the security agencies has been instrumental in deploying the vital resources in combating crimes and criminality in the FCT and its contiguous states. I therefore urge you to make maximum use of this jointness and strategy for the multiplier's benefit of prevailing security to all discerning. Furthermore, it is essential to acknowledge the invaluable role played by the men and the women of our security agencies. Day and night, they work tirelessly, often in challenging conditions, to ensure our safety. Their commitment, their bravery, their sacrifice, their diligence deserve our utmost respect and gratitude, and we thank them all. I would like to express my sincere appreciation also to all the stakeholders involved in making this initiative a reality. I especially wish to acknowledge the commitment of our able and capacity Honorable Minister, His Excellency Chief Barrister Ezenwo Yensong Wukesoen, for his effort in ensuring the safety and security of the territory. Permit me also to express our appreciation to the National Assembly and in particular our legislators representing FCT for their continued support. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I hereby declare this meeting open to the glory of God and the benefit to humanity.